There are people out of this church, outside the church of Jesus Christ, who feel so unworthy and so dirty and so unholy that they no longer feel welcome in the church of Jesus Christ because of their character and because of what they have gone through and the choices they have made in life. They feel so unworthy that they no longer feel welcome in the church of Jesus Christ, because in comparison to us who look all holy and put together and righteous, they cannot imagine being in our midst. And I want to remind us today that the church belongs to God, but the church is not God. I will repeat. The church is God's, but the church is not God. So rejection by church is not rejection by God. And we have people who have issues. We have people who've been divorced. We have people who are separated. We have people who made mistakes in life. But is this God we serve a God of second chances? Is the church of Jesus Christ a church that offers a second chance? Is there a second chance? Is the church of Jesus Christ? Is there grace in the hearts of those who are called the church of Jesus? Would Tama find room in the church of Jesus Christ that meets a river of God church? I struggled with alcoholism. Not for a year, not for 2, not for 3, not for 4. And the more I struggled, the more I drank, the more I failed, the more frustrated I became. It was a vicious circle. I lost my identity. I stopped being Tony Kiama and I became that drunk. I stopped being a son because my parents only saw a drunk. I stopped being a neighbor because my neighbors didn't call me a neighbor. They called me a drunk. I lost my identity. Not that I didn't know that I was losing it. I knew exactly what I was doing. I knew the dangers. And I knew that I was ebbing away. I was wasting away. But I just couldn't stop. I tried and I failed. I would resolve at the beginning of the year. Every birthday, I would resolve that I would never drink again. And then I would drink even more. And then I'd get more and more frustrated because I can tell that this is not the way to go, but I didn't know how to stop. I don't know if you've ever struggled with sin, friends. And you don't change in a day, because change is not an event, it's a process. And that process takes years. Unfortunately, when you struggle, you're on your own. And as I struggled until I got to a place where I threw it in the towel and said, Ki sera, sera. What I didn't know is that at that point I got to the end is when Jesus took over. Because I moved my eyes from this mountain called alcoholism and I focused my eyes on Jesus. Not knowing that that transformation, that move, that transition was transformational. And it's when I looked at Jesus and I forgot to focus on this, that I can't remember at the point which it clicked and I no longer prayed for alcohol. I no longer desired it anymore. I can't remember it's at what point. All I know is that I am not there now and I was there then. And now I don't even pray about it. I don't even think about it. I don't even remember how it feels. I can't even remember how it tasted. I can't remember how it smelled. Yet it was a way of life. Because I moved my focus. I moved my eyes from this mountain to Jesus. And then I realized, when I overcame that one challenge, I realized that the life of a man is like an onion. You remove one and then there's another. And then you remove another. It's when I overcame alcoholism, I realized that there was anger in me. I was angry with me because of how many times I had failed and how many times I had fallen short, that I was angry. But I had never noticed that I was angry because I was dealing with alcoholism. It is when it was removed, I realized, Allah, there is anger here. Then when that was removed, I realized, Allah, there is another one here. And sometimes I feel like my entire life is a life of struggle. It's from one struggle to another and another and another, and then I realized that's the description of life. We don't go to heaven because we are without sin. We don't go to heaven because we are perfect. We go to heaven because we are born again, period.